And so without a heavy in doorway, I come back to find 5 heavies having a little party inside our base. But don't let that dissuade you. The 5150 pickups are fun. Ice Ridge, the map, 5 seconds to go. Sodas versus X. X is Diamond Sword, Soda's Blood Eagle for number 18 on the OGL ladder. And we're off. And the time limit only says 20 minutes.
Going offense. Move out of the way.
Maybe 25?
I don't know. Thanks.
Okay. Time limit's properly set now. And again, we are off.
Defending our base.
So, X Diamond Sword, Soda's Blood Eagle, Soda's on my left. Soda's on my left, X on my right. This is Pub Night on WSBN. You're listening to Sodas vs. X. Live action for number 18 on the OGL.
Our flag is mine.
And start of Ice Ridge, as you know. Everybody's just on and off doing their thing. Soda's on my left. X Heavy O comes in, throws a couple mortars at the roof. Now another Heavy O coming in. X sending some... Making a bit of a run at the Soda's base off the start. Heavy in there, dishing out some green death.
Sorry.
That was Nemesis doing the Heavy O duties, and he wiped out his teammate. Wiped out Nihilist at the same time, but I'm sure it was of pure thought and intention. So not a lot of activity around the X base. I may have to label my computer so I can keep track of who's who.
Ready.
Each team with similar defensive setups. Both have 2 lights on the roof. Quick grab and a drop. PC Cola came in, grabbed the X flag, and got nailed. Got nailed by a teammate. Came in right at the same time as the mortars were coming in to clear it off, and he got nailed by Mug. So, as a result, he dropped it, and the flag has since been returned. Ice Ridge, name of the map. I'm sure you all know it. It's hilly, it's snowy, the flag is right out in the open. X Heavy O continuing to bomb the Soda's roof. Trying to clear it off for the cappers. But we haven't seen a capper come in yet. Oh, that was a nice one. Eggshen. Nuked. RC Cola. And on the tail of that nuke, Starscream came in and grabbed the flag. Timed it very, very well with Eggshen's mortar. Starscream still has the flag for X. The X flag is currently at home. I think I need a little bit more game sounds. Looking for him to come in. He's still alive. Coming in now to cap it, and there he goes. And he gets the cap. Starscream leads X out to a 1-0 lead. Turn my game sounds a little bit here. Crank that up a little bit more. Hopefully that'll be a little bit better. PC Cola, as I was adjusting my game sounds, of course, grabs the X flag. Soda's flag is still at home. X leading 1-0 at the moment. Now he gets killed. He gets killed by Starscream. Starscream chasing him down with the grenades. And blows him up real good. Flag's still out in the field, though. Hasn't been returned yet. Now it comes back. St. John returns the X flag. So X leading 1-0 at the moment. Each team doing a very similar approach, as I mentioned. Heavy O bombing the respective rooftops of the other team. Very similar defensive setup for both. Each has 2 lights on the roof when they aren't dead. Mortars raining on both sides, focusing on taking out the alt turrets now, as X focuses on taking out the alt turrets. No, Soda's focused on taking out the alt turrets. I gotta keep track of who's on which side. PC Cola grabs the X flag.
Ready.
Is still alive. The Soda's flag is at home. They need this one to get it tied up 1-1. I need a little bit more game sounds, I think. Oh, but Nihilist comes in for X, grabs the flag to save a cap.
Target acquired.
Gets nailed, though. Gets nailed by Canada Dry.
Attack.
Babysitting out, returns it. As PC Cola caps it. Tied 1-1 at the moment. And the chaser, St. John, right on the heels of PC Cola, made a sort of half-hearted attempt at the flag. Didn't really have a run built up. Just was there, so he thought he'd try and grab it anyway. And he got killed right away. RC Cola made an attempt to grab the X flag and got nailed right away also. So 1-1 the score. I just need more game sounds here too. So let me get this turned up. I don't feel right unless I got those game sounds just booming into my ears. 1-1 the score. X versus Sodas. 20 minutes and change. 20 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the match. You're listening to Pub Night on WSBN. This is the battle for number 18 on the OGL. Ice Ridge, the map. First map. 1-1 is the score. Both flags at home, but as I say that, Nihilist comes in for X, grabs the Soda's flag, gets away. Had a good run at it, but had 4 chasers on him, and he got nailed by A&W. And they're babysitting the flag out the field, and now they bring it back. Gets returned by Canada Dry. 1-1 the score, 19.5 minutes to go. X sticking with the formula of sending the heavy O in, throwing a couple nukes at the roof, trying to clear it off from the, trying to get rid of the lights or at least distract them, and then having the cappers come in on the tails of that. Now, light distractor comes in for Sodas. Didn't really do too much, kind of bounced off the roof and then got nailed. Starscream for X, grabs the flag, gets away nice and clean. He's got one chaser right on his tail, one further back, but neither one of them had a good jump on him, and RC Cola comes in and gets away perfectly clean. But he got nailed. How did he get nailed? RC Cola... No, is still alive. I'm sorry. It was Starscream that got killed. Starscream got killed by A&W, the one chaser that was on him, but he's backed up by Nemesis. So each team with the other's flag at the moment, the score is 1-1. RC Cola with a great run and no one near him. Now he gets killed, and it gets returned. Got returned by Swanky Old Man. Swanky Old Man both killed RC Cola and returned the flag. Very close to the base. So a very, very long chase. So X currently holding on to the flag as the flag goes from Nemesis to Swanky Old Man. Looking for them to come up and cap it now. Here they come. There you go. 2-1. 2-1 for X over Sodas at the moment. First map, Ice Ridge. X leads at 2-1. 18 minutes to go. Sodas versus X for number 18 on the OGL. You're listening to Pub Night on WSBN. I told you I started slow. Takes me a little bit to get my groove. Both teams kind of doing a similar approach. Little gaps in the offense, but then the heavy O comes in, followed by the cappers with good coordination. Some long-range mortars coming into the Soda's rooftop now. And the capper comes in, but he doesn't get very far. Starscream came in, but got killed by A&W. Got mind-disked. Took out the defender, took out the capper, took out everybody. Everybody's dead. More mortars coming in, clearing off the roof on the Soda's side. And the other light defender gets killed. Capper comes in, Nihilist grabs it. Doesn't get it clean at all. Got tangled up with the elf turret and sort of fell off the front of the base. And now he gets nailed. He got nailed by a mortar by Mug, and Knee-High Peach returned the flag for Sodas. RC Cola grabbed the flag and dropped it right away as he got nailed by Swanky Old Man. A little mine disc action on the roof. X versus Sodas, 16 minutes, 45 seconds left. PC Cola, though, backing up his teammate, grabs the flag out of the field. Still alive. Soda's flag is secure at home. Need this cap to bring it to 2-2, tie it back up again. 16.5 minutes. Soda's is Blood Eagle, X is Diamond Sword. After this one, we have Dangerous Crossing. Capper coming in now, coming in late trying to save the cap, grabbed by Starscream, gets away nicely, passes PC Cola in the air. PC Cola had to take his time with that cap run because he got in behind the X-heavy offense coming in, and he didn't want to pass him and call attention to himself, so he had to slow down, delaying the cap, and because of that delay, Starscream was able to come in and grab the flag. However, Starscream hit the disc jump and ended up dying out in the field, but was backed up by Swanky Old Man. So each team with a hold of the other's flag at the moment, as X leads this one 2-1.
Oh, crap!
Soda's capper just got killed, and it gets returned.
Damn it!
It got returned by Hyperion. Nemesis coming in from behind the base, caught the Soda's flag carrier off guard, and they returned it right at the bottom of the Soda's base. So X goes up 3-1 with 15.5 minutes left. He kind of snuck in there. Hyperion snuck in there. Didn't even see him. Nihilist comes in from the back to front. Grabs it and gets away clean. The Sodas made an attempt at the X flag, but grabbed and dropped it right away, as it was RC Cole again getting nailed by Swanky Old Man. X holding on to the Sodas flag, is still alive. The X flag is at home, looking for him to come in now. Oh no, he gets killed. He got killed by Knee-High Peach, and Knee-High Peach returns the flag. So, each flag at home. X leading 3-1 at the moment. Map is Ice Ridge, 14 minutes, 45 seconds to go. You're listening to Pub Night on WSBN. PC Cola comes in, grabs the X flag for the Sodas. Gets away, he's got 1-2 chasers on him, lobbing grenades at him. They aren't too close to him, though. If he can just avoid the grenade fire, he'll be okay. St. John grabs the Sodas flag, but he gets killed right away. He gets killed by Knee-High Peach. Knee-High Peach again doing the job on D for Sodas. And now, PC Cola gets killed. He obviously took some damage from those grenades. And he kills himself on the jumps. So some of those grenades did some damage, and he couldn't absorb the shock impact as the flag comes back home, gets returned. The Sodas flag got returned by, or the X flag got returned by Starscream, and the Sodas flag getting returned by Knee-High Peach. 3-1 for X at the moment. Just under 14 minutes to go. This is Ice Ridge. This is our first map for number 18 on the OGL. This is Pub Night on WSBN. Oh, Nihilist sending the long-range mortars in. Caught Surge kind of napping and blew him apart in graphic fashion on my screen. In fact, I think he left blood splatters all over my screen. And again, if you just tuned into the match, this is Soda's finale. The Fizz is gone. Sodas have gone flat. And they're folding up the tent after this match. Win or lose. A lot of activity around the X flag at the moment. But nothing really comes of it. Just some lights buzz around. As the lights get back, as the light D gets back into position. Long-range mortars again. Those you hear are explosions on the Soda's base. Coming in from a long way away. The light playing dodgeball, murder ball with the green globs of death. Now Starscream comes in, got very lucky to avoid getting killed by his own team's mortars. Got in there just ahead of one as it exploded up on the stand. Starscream's still alive, and the X flag is at home. X is currently with a 3-1 lead, but PC Cola comes in, grabs the flag, but has 3 chasers right on his tail, and Starscream got killed by A&W. And got returned by Knee-High Peach. So, Sodas with the X flag. And that was a very long chase again. Some long chases happening with some late returns. And that's mainly due to the fact that the light D and PC Cola comes in and caps it. So 3-2 for X at the moment. Usually it can occasionally be seen as a sign of sloppy if you let the other team get their flag back that close to your base because your light D isn't able to cover your flagger. But in every instance so far, the other team has grabbed the other's flag to save the cap, so the light D has had to go off and chase their own flag, and they haven't been able to get in position to back up their capper coming in, and that's resulted in a couple of late returns, like at the bottom of the base kind of late returns. 3-2 at the moment for X. X over Soda's 11 minutes, 38 seconds left. This is Ice Ridge. This is our first map. Pub Night on WSBN. Getting long-range mortars coming into the Soda's base. Let's see if we can get in position so one lands right on our little position. Eggshen is doing this mortaring, and he just took out Canada Dry. I'm trying to see if I can get a mortar to hit my little observer camera right in the face. That would be bizarre.
I've had worse. Thanks.
I'm not sure exactly what happened there. St. John had come in. No, I think Starscream came in to grab, but came in there right as the mortar from St. John came in and got nailed. A little team-killing action. What's Ice Ridge without a little team-killing action? Team-killing just adds to the overall experience, don't you think? So again, X is Diamond Sword on this one. RC Cola came in for Soda's, grabbed the X flag, but he got nailed by Swanky Old Man right away. Flag currently out in the field. But not very far. And now it comes back. Swanky Old Man returns it, brings it back to its perch as the light D gets set back up. 3-2, X leads at the moment. 10.5 minutes to go on Ice Ridge. This is our first map. Capper coming in very nice mid-air. Surge gets killed, but as he was coming in on a distractor run, got nuked with a very, very nice spin-air by one of the X-Defenders. Because, of course, in observer mode, you don't get the labels on the players and can't see who it was, or can't say, for example, exactly who it was. But it was Purdy, and I'm sure he knows. So whomever that was, sweet. Nice mid-air. Again, watching both bases here. Starscream comes in for X again. In a very similar route he's taken a few times now. He's got 2 chasers on him. Unlucky for Starscream. He's still alive, though, so he's managing to dodge a bullet. In addition to the chasers, as RC Cola, now he gets killed. Starscream got killed by A&W. Starscream just happened to be taking a path, and much like RC Cola or PC Cola had earlier, was on the tail of the Soda's Heavy O, so he had actually passed one of the Heavy O for Soda's, who lobbed a couple mortars at him. Now, he had dropped the flag, but was backed up by St. John, so each team holding onto the other's flag at the moment. St. John holding onto the Soda's flag for X, and RC Cola holding onto the X flag for Soda's. As RC Cola gets killed. Who killed him? Oh, I'm sorry, no, it was RC Cola still holding onto the flag. It was Starscream that got killed. St. John, rather, that got killed. He got nuked by Mug and one of those long-range mortars coming into the base. So Starscream is backing him up, though. Again, still, each team a hold of the other's flag. There is 8.5 minutes to go on Ice Ridge. X is leading 3-2. This is our first map. Very, very close match. Each team with 11 grabs of the other's flag. X with 3 conversions. Each team hands the flag off to a teammate. Starscream hands it off to Swanky Old Man, and Canada Dry now has the flag for. Now St. John took it back from Swanky Old Man, as Canada Dry took it from who? Someone. Canada Dry holding onto the X flag now for Sodas in any event. So again, 3-2, X over Sodas at the moment. Each team with 11 flag touches, X with 3 conversions, Sodas with 2 conversions, obviously, which what leads us to the score of 3-2. Ice Ridge is our first map. 7 minutes, 40 seconds left. We've got a little standoff action happening. With X in the lead. So let's flip down into the Soda's base and see what kind of offense they have coming out at them. Oh, yeah. A lot of heavy loving. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Well. Holy crap. That's all I can say. If you've listened to a Opponent Night broadcast before, one of the things I'm very apprehensive about is saying too much information. Especially since people could be listening to the match, etc., etc. I would never want to tilt the scale of any match. But suffice it to say, Sodas have amply heavied up. So we're going to be hearing a lot of things go boom real soon. And as we zoom in for some of the booming on the X side, we get some penetration to the X base from the Sodas heavy offense. The Sodas didn't hesitate in sending an awful lot of offense to break this standoff early, reacting to it very quickly. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left. A lot of dead bodies littering the corridors. Lots of dead heavies. Scrap metal everywhere. Ammo stations are down. Carnage. Mortars. Lots of stuff. A mix of heavy and light offense coming in for Sodas. And what you're hearing is the lovely sounds of the napalm-like explosions in the X flag room. X is entrenched. They aren't sending an awful lot of O the Soda's way. Obviously, since the score favors them, it makes more sense for them to focus on the defense and keep that secure.
Acknowledged. Thanks.
Zip quickly inside the base. Oh, one light managed to zip past 3 heavies in the base doorway on the X side, but they quickly reacted and reduced him to mush. Another heavy coming in for Sodas into the X side. Sending a lot of O. Each team still with the other's flag, so we do have a little standoff going. Just over 5 minutes to go on Ice Ridge. This is our first map. X leads it 3-2. Got to give credit where it's due, though. Soda's not holding anything back on the offensive front. He didn't waste any time in coming to that decision either. And X sending some counter offense. So, lots of heavy loving going. If you're a fan of the big green globs of death, this is the kind of scene you like. Heavy to heavy, toe to toe, mono to mono, metal to metal. Big green fireballs and mortars exploding absolutely everywhere. We got shield packs, we got carnage, we got dead bodies, as the death count rises inside of each base. It's just one big mortar explosion on both sides. Soda's making a more concerted attack, though. They're definitely focusing on trying to get that flag back. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Although X is sending some counter offense, keeping that best defense is a good offense sort of thing, but they are more focused on the defensive end. Lots of death. Not really a lot of penetration to tell you about. I can say penetration. Yeah, I can say whatever I want. Again, more heavy-o pouring out of the Soda's base. So no light Soda here. This is all hardcore heavy stuff. None of that fountain stuff. As X showers some mortars into the base, into the Soda's base, into the lobby, trying to slow down that heavy-o. And PC Cola mortaring into the X lobby. Just took out Nemesis.
Over here!
That's the one thing that's always enjoyable, you know, in the lobby of Ice Ridge, when you get the poor little light respawning in the middle of all this heavy green mortar activity. You stand a real good chance. Uh-oh. Oops, I lost one connection. That's not good. But I still have the other connection going, and hopefully we're still broadcasting. I think we are. Please tell me in IRC if you can still hear me. I had one connection crash on me, so I'm just down to one screen view at the moment. And which is it? I'm looking at the Blood Eagle base, which is I'm looking at the Soda's base. Okay, good. I'm still on. Good. Hopefully I'll get my my second connect back in between maps here. 2 minutes to go. I don't want to tinker around with it now, because that's the second connection. It's on the broadcasting computer. I don't really want to lose the connection on the broadcast, which would kind of suck. 3-2, X leads Soda's at the moment. 2 minutes to go. We are in a standoff. We've been in a standoff for about 6 or 7 minutes now. Watching the Soda's base with this camera. As X sending a little bit of heavy-o, but the bulk of the heavy-o being sent from Soda's to the X side, obviously with Soda's trailing. Let me just see if I can get back in position for that and get a look at the other side. So X is the Diamond Sword base. We zoom in here, flying through in my REIT software windowed observer mode. So looking at the Diamond Sword base, it looks a lot like the Blood Eagle base, which is dead bodies everywhere. Lots of heavies. A light scooting past. Oh, almost made it down to the end of the ramp. There was A&W for Soda's. I say almost. He died on the final or downslope of the ramp, but made it through all the heavies, and then killed himself. So he was chucking grenades and whatnot, trying to clear things out. Again, lots more explosions around. I'm focusing on the X side at the moment because Soda's are trailing. I'm assuming they're going to try and work it, girl, to get that flag back so they can tie this up with 46 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Some discussion now on how much time was remaining, because there was a little confusion at the very start. It was set to 20, but it was changed to 25. Guys are just confused over it wasn't changed or was it not changed. I can promise you it was changed, because I was the one that pointed it out. It was 20 originally, and they did change it. So there's 15 seconds to go. but it doesn't look like anything's going to happen. They would have to get this back as the Soda's flag changes hands, or the X flag changes hands into the Soda's, but it finishes. So the map's done. X wins that one 3-2. Good map. I am going to try and do a song and see if I can get my connection back to the my second connection back. Where'd it go? There we go. Let me do this one, and I'll be back with you in a second. This is Nickelback, Old Enough.